Oh, welcome. We're back. Hey, we're live. Hello. Thanks, Justin. Welcome back to Aging with Power on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. We are talking with Saul Nunez of Los Robles Home Care Services. They provide skilled nursing in the home upon discharge or upon declining health. You can call your physician and get an order written to have a home health nurse come in and assist on that level. Before the break, we were talking about making a segue to palliative care, which is an excellent program that Los Robles offers. So, Saul, I'll hand it over to you to give us sort of the broad definition of palliative care. I know a lot of people have heard of hospice care,
right,
but I don't think too many people are familiar with palliative care.
Sure. So palliative care is focused around goals of care and pain and symptom management when a patient faces a serious illness. The difference when we get into the difference between palliative care and hospice is patients can continue to receive aggressive treatment while on palliative care. Once a physician sees it fit that a patient transitions to hospice care, then generally speaking, those aggressive treatments discontinue.
Okay, and so why palliative care? What sets that apart from just being treated normally by a physician?
Well, palliative care runs the gamut of services that we can offer, so it's full circle.
And I think the biggest difference you came up with is with hospice, you've been giving a diagnosis of 6 months or less to live.
Sure.
Palliative care is not necessarily that. That could be ongoing treatment for
a
long, long time.
Yeah, just daily living, basically.
So is it more of an insurance thing where, okay, we're going to put you on palliative care, which opens up the door for a lot more different types of treatment or aggressive treatment?
Yeah. It's still covered by insurance.
Right.
It's still covered under the home health component of the medical services that we offer. But yes, we have the ability to provide skilled nursing, medication management, again, whatever the services that are needed by the patient.
And I'm assuming when we label it palliative care, it allows you guys to do more than just that quick hour or less visit as a home health nurse. It's a whole different program.
That's correct. It can be intermittent care or, if needed, even round-the-clock care sometimes.
And what would transition somebody from just typical Los Robles home health coming in once or twice a week versus, okay, let's put you on our palliative care program and attack this from a different angle? And I know you're not a doctor, and if you don't, that's okay. I was just curious because I'm trying to get my head around, because palliative care is aggressive treatment for whatever diagnosis has been given.
Sure.
But does that title allow you to do more through the insurance rather than just a home health visit?
Yeah, it just encompasses a lot more of the programs that we offer, whether, again, it's skilled nursing or, medication management, home health aides, IV infusion therapy, if that's required as well.
Okay.
So more services that we can offer there.
Awesome. And then I'm looking at the plethora of things that Los Robles does offer. I mean, let's talk about some of your other programs. I don't even know what they are here. We have like telehealth, CHF. I mean, what types of other programs do you guys offer?
We also offer a telehealth program that monitors patients' vital signs while they're on service with us. It allows us to be proactive with their care. So basically, the system connects to a phone line, transmits information on their vital signs to our office, and
so real-time monitoring.
Yeah, we monitor those vital signs, and it allows us to be proactive in their care as opposed to waiting for something to happen. Ultimately, it helps us reduce readmissions to the hospital,
which is huge right now.
Big component right now. Yes.
Now, are the family able to tie in if someone living out of state wanted to sort of keep an eye on mom's blood pressure or her vitals? Are they able to get in that loop somehow, or is that something they would just have to contact you?
Yeah, they can contact us, but generally we can send information to their physician. So if they wanted to reach out to their physician, they can do that and get information from them. But basically, the system is in the patient's home and transmits to our office. So.
Well, that's awesome. Are a lot of people utilizing that? I mean, that's some cool stuff.
Yeah, we generally speaking have about 50 of these machines out in the field at one time. So
wow.
Yeah, and what happens is when we go out and do the initial evaluation, when the RN goes out, they'll determine if the telehealth system is a proper system for that patient to have.
So you guys look like NASA at Los Robles, sitting there at a command center, and you're monitoring all these these different vitals coming in.
I guess you could put it that way, yeah.
That's pretty awesome. And I notice you guys do a lot of community service and seminars and stuff, and joint replacement seminars. And what types of things can people look for on an education level from Los Robles?
Well, you mentioned our joint replacement programs. These are for patients that are going to have total knee or hip replacement. So, as you probably can imagine, there's a lot of anxiety associated with those types of surgeries. So we try to relieve a lot of that anxiety and help them prepare for that process. By the way, our telehealth program and our joint replacement programs are completely free to anybody that wants to attend those or that wants to utilize that program.
And telehealth, it's an educational seminar, obviously, but the actual program itself is covered by insurance, I would assume.
The joint replacement program?
No, the real-time
the telehealth,
monitoring?
That's free. We don't charge the
really?
insurance company or the patients for that.
Oh, that's a pretty important point there to share, Mr. Saul.
It is.
So that's really cool. So if somebody just wanted to implement this program, they would just call Los Robles and say, hook us up.
Well, when we go out and do the initial evaluation, the nurse and the clinical staff will determine if it's appropriate for the patient.
They're a good candidate.
Right.
Awesome. Now, you mentioned earlier that, about the insurances that you accept. I mean, I know you guys with the Affordable Care Act and all these things, I mean, it's handcuffed a lot of people. What should our listeners know about their insurances and what covers what and covers who? I mean, I'm assuming all home health are pretty much covered by all insurances?
Yeah, but not all home health companies have contracts with the various insurance companies out there. So, again, I think the best thing to do is to look on our website, and we have contracts with pretty much every insurance company out there.
And, of course, Medicare is the king.
Medicare, absolutely.
Yeah, and Medi-Cal as well. Do you guys take Medi-Cal?
We take Gold Coast Medi-Cal.
Okay.
Which is, mostly out in Ventura County, but we've heard some being out here in the Santa Clarita Valley as well.
Awesome. Well, we're going to take our last break of the day, folks. When we come back, we will revisit Candy Watson for some closing comments on reverse mortgages, because the minute we were done with her, she goes, ooh, I got something else I want to share. So she'll have that opportunity after the break, and some closing remarks and contact information with Saul for Los Robles Home Care Services for home health and palliative care needs. So don't go away. We're going to come and put a bow around this thing in just a few minutes. My name is Myles McNamara. You're listening to Aging with Power on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. Welcome back, folks. You're listening to Aging with Power on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. I'm Myles McNamara of Comfort Keepers in Home Care. Glad to have you with us today. If you've missed any portion of the show today, as I mentioned earlier, we are available on podcast at hometownstation.com. Just go to Hometown Station, go to podcasts, go to Aging with Power, click the show and the topic of your choice. So again, we're closing up a great show today here of some information that I hope has benefited you, especially in the world of reverse mortgages. I told you at the top of the show that reverse mortgages had a really bad rap, and rightfully so, years and years ago, but since regulations have come in and FHA has become involved, it's really, really a viable option for our seniors. Again, you have to be 62 years of age or older. Anybody on the deed as well. Again, my pleasure to have Candy Watson, reverse mortgage consultant, here with me. And Candy, closing remarks. I know there's another good point that we failed to talk about earlier. Why don't we address that?
Yeah, it could be a reverse mortgage can also be a financial tool to actually grow your wealth through your years. Because if let's say your perfect situation, you're 62, you don't owe anything on your mortgage. That's a perfect scenario. You could put a line of credit on your home, a reverse line of credit. It actually grows over time, so it has a growth rate. So in 10, 20, 15, 20 years, you're going to have a larger line of credit than you've started out to be. So you've growing your wealth over time to use it for whatever you'd like to. Maybe you want to look at the reverse mortgage as a last resort. Well, it could be that for maybe you're in home care, whatever you need at that
the trip of a
time.
lifetime.
It's just whatever you want to do. But it actually grows. It can grow your wealth and your borrowing power later on in your lifetime for whatever you need to do. So,
and I know, folks, we just touched on the tip of the iceberg. So again, Candy's contact information, 661-877-1220. 1317. Give her a call.
And don't be afraid. I mean, education, there's no pressure. Don't pressure.
No obligation.
No obligation.
No charge.
It's no.
Yeah.
It's educating, get everything out there to see what it can do for you. And it might not work. It might not be your choice, but at least you've looked at it.
Right. Because preparation is what? Knowledge.
Knowledge is power.
Atta girl. All right. Well, thanks, Candy, again,
Thank
folks.
you.
661-877-1317. And Saul with Los Robles Home Care. Let's do some contact information for you. Again, folks, they've been in business for 16 years. I know Molly, who is she co-owner? I know that her mom owns.
Her mom and her dad are owners,
right.
CFO and CEO.
Right. And again, 16 years, family owned. I know them, folks. And in my opinion, when it comes to caring for our aging loved ones, accountability is everything. So, again, so I'll touch on, again, it's patient's choice. It's, and then there's some certifications that really put you guys above the rest.
Yeah. So that's kind of, in closing, I'll say that Los Robles Home Care Services, we are not only state and Medicare certified, which is required by law, every agency has to be, but we are also CHAP accredited, which sets much higher care and quality standards than Medicare certification.
Which isn't required by law. So
Right.
this is something you guys have done over and above for
Right.
delivery of service quality.
Absolutely. So I think it just, it lends to our quality of care.
Right. And again, your service areas for folks listening abroad?
From Ventura County, Ojai area out to the San Fernando Valley, Van Nuys area, and then up into, again, the Santa Clarita Valley.
Awesome. LosRoblesHomeCare.com. That's important for you to see what kind of insurances that they are contracted with, but Medicare, as we said, is king, and they take Medicare. Again, LosRoblesHomeCare.com. And their phone number, you can also reach them at 661-388-8724. And what are you pointing at there, Saul? Is it a toll-free number or what?
Let's do the 805 number.
Oh, you want the 805 number
Yeah.
as well? So that's 805-777-7234. So again, Saul, Candy, thanks for being my
Thank you,
guests
Myles.
today.
Thanks, Myles. Thanks for giving us a platform.
My pleasure. Well, that's taking us toward the end of the show, folks. So again, if you have any specific topics that you'd like me to address, shoot me an email, Myles with a Y at agingwithpower.com or Myles with a Y at comfortkeepers.com, whichever you prefer. I'll get those subject matter experts on the show, and we will answer and address all of your questions. Again, if you missed it at the top of the show, folks, put it on your calendar. Come out and join us on Saturday, February 13th for the Santa Clarita Fun Run out at Castaic Lake. It benefits our Chamber of Commerce, also benefits our Wish Education Foundation and Jack's Angels Foundation. And then, of course, our Celebrity Waiter Dinner that benefits our Santa Clarita Valley Senior Center on Saturday, February 27th. You can go to celebritywaiter.com or call our Senior Center at 661-259-9444. Well, that wraps up another amazing hour of Aging with Power. So I'm going to say goodbye now. We are sponsored by Comfort Keepers In-Home Care. I'm Myles McNamara of Comfort Keepers In-Home Care. And remember, folks, aging is not a disease. It's a journey. So do it with power.